Throughout history, we have believed we understand our past. We cling to dates, facts, and theories that we repeat as if they were absolute truths. But there are fissures, deep cracks that reveal that not everything fits, that there are mysteries that continue to challenge history as we know it. Today, I will take you on a journey through those enigmas that many prefer to ignore, not because they do not exist, but because they do not know how to explain them. No matter how far you advance on this path, remember this: the past is never as simple as what appears in books. Sometimes, history is a puzzle with broken pieces, hidden pieces, or pieces that should never have existed. And the most unsettling thing is that some of those pieces seem to come from knowledge far too advanced for the time in which they emerged. Ancient, impossible mechanisms, constructions that should not stand, maps showing lands that had yet to be discovered, and accounts that seem to describe technologies out of their time. Each secret is an echo that traverses centuries, a whisper that invites us to question everything. Because if these anomalies are real, then humanity had contacts, discoveries, or lost knowledge that we perhaps should never have forgotten. Prepare to see the evidence, to hear the stories, and to form your own interpretation. What comes next is not fiction. It is a haunting reminder that our past is full of shadows, lights, and questions that remain open. And it is here that our journey begins. As we delve into the mysteries that challenge history, an uncomfortable truth emerges. The past does not always fit into the straight lines we were taught. There are artifacts that seem to mock official dates, chronicles too precise for illiterate peoples, and maps that show lands that, according to books, no one had seen. These enigmas are not mere errors. They are cracks in the wall of time. When scholars attempt to seal them, new cracks appear, deeper and more challenging. Some say they are coincidences, others believe they are exaggerated interpretations, but there are those who feel that behind it all lies a pattern. An invisible thread that connects cultures separated by oceans, centuries, and beliefs. And the more we investigate, the more evident it becomes that something does not fit. Perhaps we are not facing lost pieces, but entire chapters torn from our history. Ancient echoes whispering in the darkness, repeating over and over as if they want to be heard beyond the borders of time. As we delve into these enigmas, a particularly unsettling case arises: fossil footprints that should not exist. In various places around the world, human impressions have been found alongside traces of creatures that, according to the accepted timeline, never coexisted with us. Some scientists dismiss them as natural formations, but others argue that they are too precise, too human to be mere coincidence. If these footprints are authentic, they would force us to rewrite thousands of years of history. But this is not the only disturbing finding. In remote caves, paintings appear depicting objects in the sky with shapes impossible for their time. Round figures, elongated flashes, and shadows that seem to descend from above. For some, they're mere ritual symbols. For others, representations of something those people saw and could not explain. There are even medieval chronicles that describe lights moving in ways that defy the logic of their time. Are these accounts exaggerations from confused witnesses or fragments of much older knowledge? Each discovery raises more questions and, at the same time, leaves a sense of unease. As if the past is trying to tell us something we are not yet ready to understand. Every hint, every clue, seems to invite us to look beyond the obvious and question the history we thought we knew. But if there is a mystery that truly shakes the foundations of the academic world, it is the existence of extremely advanced objects found in geological layers too ancient to contain any human artifact. They are metallic pieces, precisely carved cylinders, and perfect spheres that seem to have been shaped by hands that did not yet exist. Some researchers claim that these are modern intrusions, mixed by natural processes. However, others conclude that the composition and wear indicate they have been there for millions of years. This type of finding unleashes intense controversy. If they were real, they would suggest that an unknown, forgotten, or even alien civilization left traces before history began to be written. The most perplexing thing is that different ancient cultures agree on the idea of masters coming from the stars, beings who descended from the sky to teach agriculture, astronomy, and writing. Were these metaphors or accounts based on real encounters? What is fascinating is that the descriptions resemble each other, even though the peoples never met. Something or someone left footprints that seem to have seeped into the myths of the entire world. And when a pattern repeats so consistently, it is hard to dismiss it as mere coincidence. Then the question arises that troubles both researchers and the curious. If advanced cultures really existed before we believe, or if unknown visitors interacted with our ancestors, why are there almost no traces left? One possible answer is that time erases with brutal efficiency. Entire cities can disintegrate in just a few thousand years and turn to dust before we can imagine them. Another possibility is even more intriguing. Perhaps there was a global collapse so devastating that the survivors returned to a primitive state. Legends of floods, great fires, and days of darkness appear in civilizations separated by oceans and centuries. It is no coincidence that many speak of a cycle in which the world is continuously destroyed and reborn. Maybe we are living just one more turn of that cycle. The truth is that the more we discover, the more evident it becomes that human history is full of difficult-to-explain gaps. And as new findings emerge from caves, jungles, deserts, and ocean floors, one idea becomes impossible to ignore. History, as we know, it could be merely the visible fragment of something vast and deeply hidden. A buried legacy waiting to be uncovered, an incomplete puzzle whose pieces keep appearing in the most unexpected places.